What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Banks, coming at you live with some lessons for you to make you a profitable trader. You know, we caught Meta on Friday. We caught AMD on Friday. We caught QQQ on Friday. We caught the bull run Friday. Well, everyone shit the bed. How do we do it? I'm going to give it to you, but hit that like and subscribe, or hit that retweet and like. Comment below if you like these videos, and I'll keep putting them out for you because I want to make you a better trader. Now, as you guys know, I will be going over real trades that were shared and taken with the team. We took AMD, we took Meta, we took SPY, we took QQQ. As you guys can see here, we ended up going absolutely insane on Friday. How did we do it, guys? Shout out to everyone absolutely banking with the team. Congrats to you guys putting in the work, seeing the results. But you guys came here for the lessons. How did I find Meta? How do I find these trades on a daily basis? Well, it's nothing magic. One thing you need to know, guys, is rotations. What has been going on? Well, if we look back of the old videos I just posted recently, we were talking about semi rotations, right? What sector was strong? Semis. Now, what are we seeing? We're seeing tech now break out in the highs like a merry-go-round. So, something you guys need to start noticing is what are the strong sectors, right? What are the stocks that are paying at that time? 2020, 2021, EV stocks, weed stocks, right? There's always going to be some sort of sector that's going to be popping off. Go and find it. One way to try to find it is look at the top gainers every single day, every single week. Finviz has a great scanner for you as well, which I'll make another video on that here shortly. But as you guys know, the tech sector has been going off like a merry-go-round, right? Meta just broken into new highs. Amazon just broken into new highs. Microsoft just broken into new highs. Google. I mean, I could go, list goes on and on, and every single tech stock now breaking into newer highs, right? New all-time highs. So if you have a sector and you have the main players, and there's a main player that hasn't went off yet, don't you think it's a good idea to keep an eye on that for that to be the next one to go off, right? Now, of course, there's going to be hundreds of stocks within a sector. And I'm not talking about finding this, super small company out there, but Google, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, right? Tesla hasn't broken into new highs, but you have Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon. Meta's on the list. Meta hasn't broken out in new highs, and Meta very, very close, just hanging out new highs ever since that earnings broke down. I mean, this was a perfect imbalance fill right into demand, and we were just creeping up for that break into new highs. Looked like a nice little liquidity grab here for them to go break into new highs. But beyond that, guys, the point I'm trying to make is look for the strong sectors. What is popping off? AI and chips. So AI tech and chip stocks have been the go-to for almost all year long. So if you're not playing these semis, these chip stocks, if you're not playing tech, if you're not playing off of this AI craze, then you're doing something wrong, because that is what has been strong. So go find those names. And it's not hard, especially with the tech and the AI. Mag 7 is there for you that you could trade every single day that works. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, NVIDIA. And then I also include AMD as well. But guys, find the sector that's working. Right now, it's AI, it's chip stocks like MU, SMCI, Avgo, right? Broadcom, ARM. ARM just breaking out too. ARM is about to break out into it broke out into new highs, right? I mean, all these stocks are here for you to trade, right? I mean, it's clear as day what's going on. Play the trend, find the sector that is strong. And it's not hard, especially if you look around. It's been going on for over a year now. AI, chips, tech. AI, chips, tech. Go find them. But Meta, I want to get into this trade, but that was an important lesson I want you guys, because how do you find these stocks? How do you find? It's not hard, guys. What has been strong? Chips, the semis, tech. What has been the merry-go-round recently? Well, we see that Microsoft broke, Google broke, Apple broke, right? What's the lagger there? Meta strong company. And then you have Zuckerberg coming out with that video of him riding the American flag for July 4th. I mean, you got to expect that that's going to just rally him for a massive rally the following day, right? But what was the level that was posted in, right? What was the trade plan that I gave? Meta 513.50. How did I find this? Pretty simple, guys. I didn't know that it was going to break this hard into new highs, but what I was looking at was, right, we came back into demand. Nice little demand here, right? We know have a nice little demand here. Came back, retested into demand. We're coming back up. We have a nice little imbalance to fill. So I'm looking for a break of this 513.50 to fill this imbalance into 521. Great. We got an insane move into new highs. Absolutely banked on it. But point is, how did I find this trade? Well, I knew that this setup, regardless of breaking into new highs or not, was the setup to take. Why was it the setup to take? Well, we're coming up here on the hourlies. We're flagging out. We have a massive imbalance to fill in the 521. We're just setting up for this to break out, at least in the 521, right? At least in the 521. So one thing to know is we have a bullish market structure. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, or we're just creeping, creeping, creeping. And now we're just staying up here near highs. And again, like I said, there is a rotation between tech stocks breaking out at new highs. What is the lagger? What is a great setup? Well, we flagged out here into demand. We double bottom here into demand. And we're pushing back up. We have a nice imbalance to fill in the 521. This is just flagging out on the hourlies. Great. Coming into Friday, perfect setup for me to take if that breaks. If that breaks, my target's 521 to fill this imbalance. And that is how I found Meta, right? It was the setup to take on Friday. Now, did I know that it was going to go into new highs? I didn't know that. I was going for 520, 521 as my PT. But you could see we have a bullish market structure. We have a double bottom. We're flagging out on the hourlies. We have an imbalance to fill, and it is lagging compared to everything else. Then you have Zuckerberg on July 4th post that picture, just gearing up for Meta to have an insane day on Friday. And that's how we found Meta. We also got AMD for 400%, just like the chip stocks. What is going on with AMD? Well, we know that they sold the news when AMD came out that it was going to have a chip that was going to rival NVIDIA, right? And they kind of sold off. So when I started seeing them sell off that news in my head from doing this for 11 years is they want it cheaper, right? They're not just going to push it up like all retail things. They're going to want to get as cheap shares as possible. So here's a short attack to push it down. We came down into a big demand. We double bottom. And then what happened here was very simple. Why do we take it? Well, we double bottom into a big demand. We're gearing up. We know that the chip sectors, right? Like AMU, pull back into demand, push off. We have ARM, pull back into demand, push up. Avgo, Broadcom, push coming back into demand, push up, right? So we have all of these names coming to demand. What is the lagging one? AMD. It's been lagging. So great. We have a perfect setup. Call this a big flag out into demand. You can see it on the daily. Boom, we flag out, we double bottom and pushing up. And then a couple of things that went for AMD. Broke out of a major trend line. We had 165. So like I show you here on this watch list, 165.55. Posted a video about this as well. Gave you guys the trade plan for free on Twitter. 165.55 breakout. We had this little gap to fill, which was my first target. But I said 170 to 171 is giving me my target, right? These equal highs here. So we have a double bottom, right? Showing me that, okay, sellers are exhausted here. We're moving up. And now we're flagging out at this major trend line here. Great. So if we break this, we know sellers are exhausted. Once we break this major trend line, it is a lagging chip stock that hasn't really broken out. It's been basing for 3 months now. What's going to happen once we break this downwards trend? Probably going to get a huge move out of it. And that's exactly what happened that day. And that's how we hit it for 400%, right? You got to start looking at these things. You know, it's a battle between buyers and sellers. I know it's kind of a long video, but just giving you a lot of information. I know it's about a battle between a battle between buyers and sellers on AMD here. Again, the first thing I taught you in this video, looking at what's strong. We have the chip sectors that are strong. What is something with AMD that is wrong? It's been lagging. AMD got great news. They're having a rival chip to NVIDIA come out and they started selling it. So what do you got to think about that? More likely, they're trying to load up at a cheaper share price, which they did. We came back into a major demand. We filled an imbalance. And then if we're looking at just AMD as a whole, what is going on here? Cool. Sellers got met by demand. They try to take us down again, got met by demand. They're pushing us up. We have a massive trend line we haven't broken out of since May. So do you think once we break out of this, are we going to break hard? More than likely, yeah. I mean, we have the buyers showing up, selling us that sellers are exhausted. We're coming up, we're flagging out this major trend line. Are we going to get a push? Is this not only a laggard to the chips market right now? It is. And it's been forming a big base. So a bigger base means a bigger move. It's just like Tesla, guys. Longer the base. I mean, look how big this base is. Longer the base, bigger in the move, right? So hope this helped you guys out. Reason why we took those trades. Just understand we got to follow what is strong. Now you could do the same when what is something that is weak as well, but follow what is strong, right? That's the easiest way to play to the upside. Find the big names, big players in that sector. Find the ones that are kind of lagging, and you will be able to do well. And overall, we're just in a bullish market right now. I mean, they're just going to keep setting this thing up. No reason to short until they give us that cue and we get a whole trend change. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Have any questions, comments, drop them below. Love you guys. My name is Mr. Banks. I'll leave it on this. I believe in you guys. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Let's have a great rest of the year. I'll see you next time.